that 1090 Jake allegedly snitched back in the day when he was locked up. So
show me the paperwork.
There was some paperwork, man, that came up, man. And he responded to, I believe it was Remo from No Jumper, who basically got him on camera to speak on it, and respond about it. So basically, from what I'm getting is that the allegedly 1090 Jake was locked up. He got into an altercation where he basically got I believe he got cut in the face. Somebody cut him right on alongside of his face. He said he then, because of certain fights and altercations, and I'll end up playing the clip so he can give a little explanation as well. But during these little altercations, he basically wrote a letter to the warden while he was in the hole, almost kind of indicating certain people and things like that, and like basically in saying he was in fear for his life type of deal. So there, people who are like, and I don't know, maybe this might be fishing as far as like people trying to find, people might be trying to just find something on him, because I mean, I haven't been in the prison system, so I don't necessarily, I wouldn't necessarily, like as a civilian from the outside looking in, be able to tell from this paperwork or this statement whether or not this is considered snitching. I haven't really looked all the way into the paperwork though, so I don't know if he's naming any names. But basically, he comes out to respond. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I'm trying to send it to my email. I don't know why it didn't pop up. So, but it's funny because this dude, like I said, he's out in everybody, man. And then it's like, and we talk about this all the time. It's like, right. We talk about this all the time. How all these fake rappers are coming out and acting like they're these super hardcore super thugs. And when you look into their past, you see that almost all of them are snitching. All of them are doing the opposite of what they claim they were doing, or what what they claim they was about.
Facts. That's facts.
I'll probably just have to read it off of my phone because I don't know why it's not pulling up on my email right here. Let's see. Let me try one more time. Then we'll pull up the statement. If not, then I'll just read it, and then you guys can tell me whether or not you think, and then I'll play his. Oh, okay. So, okay, my boy said that they posted this paperwork, or he posted this paperwork 4 years ago, speaking on it. So I guess he jumped the gun.
He jumped in front. He got in front of it before anybody else. Smart, actually. That's the smartest way to do it. It's like, remember 8 Mile when he knew what the nigga was gonna say about him? I am white. I am a fucking bum. I do live in the trailer with my mom. I was like, what else can you say about me, nigga? Like,
yeah, that's basically what he is. He's on his B rabbit right now. Okay, so I can't get this file. I'll just basically read it right here. But so this is a file here from the Florida Department of Corrections. This is written to the warden. It says from, and it quotes the name here, Jacob D. Cherry, DC number CO7652 in Lancaster Institution. I wish this would pull up. I want to be able to pull it up.
Yeah, pull the nigga paperwork, man.
I could probably just let me see before I go and do that.
It's just, to me, this situation it's so ironic. How the main
it is.
The main nigga that's known for pulling paperwork, the tables are starting to turn a little bit. It's comedy.
Yeah, it's like it's definitely funny. Like I said, like the fact that that somebody finally came out and got this dude. Oh shit! Okay, here we go. I think I got it right here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Okay, for sure.
Oh shit! Zoom in on that shit. Can you zoom it?
Let me see. I should be able to. What's the control? Oh no, it only let me.
They foul for that.
You see how that did it? Oh wait, hold on. It's probably the best we can get it. Okay, so.
Oh, it's readable. It's readable. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so those of y'all who see. So as it says right here, I want to say what date is that? It looks like 7/6. Oh no, I'm sorry, January 16th, 2014. It says I was sitting on my back when inmate Jim. Oh,
he said names. He said names. He said names
before I could even get into it, because like I said, I couldn't necessarily say off the rip if this was snitching, but it looks like he says somebody's name right here.
And the first couple words.
That's crazy. So it says I was sitting on my bunk when inmate Jimmy Hurry, or if I may be mispronouncing the last name, hit me with a rock and sock on my head. So okay, I'm trying to this writing is kind of messed up. So it says that he was sitting on his bunk when inmate Jimmy hit him on the head with a rock and a sock. He said this was during morning shift change. The officer came in and cuffed him, then checked all the inmates and found Mark Cherry was also assaulted. What was that? Can't really pronounce that. It says to the back room in the B dorm. It says inmates Hurry and Lewis, Jerry Lewis, which was also in the altercation with Mark Cherry. It says were said to be the two assaulters, and me and Mark Cherry the victims. This is a statement that 1090 Jake is writing to the warden. These are his words. Now he's named 3 people that were involved in this situation. He's named Jimmy Hurry, he's named Mark Cherry, and he's named Jerry Lewis. Now, Jerry Lewis and Jimmy Hurry are supposed to be the inmates that allegedly were the assaulters in this situation. Yeah. Those of y'all who can see it right here. And it says that Mark Cherry were basically the people who were assaulted. It says, let me see. It says, I then witnessed Sergeant Martin Stark beating inmate Jerry Lewis. So he's telling on the cops too. he's mentioning everybody. It says beating inmate Jerry Lewis. Eventually, Sergeant Martin, Captain Sapp, Officer Cooey, and a few other officers that were called. What was it say? Oh, called for emergency traffic. Beat inmate Lewis and inmate Hurry. Captain Sapp then told us, "I don't care who did what. All of you are getting charges. If you write anything, but what I said," he said, "but what did he say? If you write anything, but what I say will beat your fucking ass till you need to go to the hospital." So he's telling on the sergeant, he's telling on the police. This just goes on and on. So I'll leave that up for a couple more seconds so you guys can read the rest of that if you want to see that. But basically, this dude 1090 Jake was beaten. This was before him getting cut. So he was beaten. I guess he got hit in the head with a rock and a sock, is what he's claiming, by Jimmy Hurry, yeah, if I'm pronouncing that right. And he basically told the police what happened. He told them who else was involved with that, which I believe was Jerry Lewis. And he also told them the other person who was assaulted, and told on the sergeants on what they did. So this was a letter to the warden. Now, I don't know if anybody was arrested for this or anybody got charges for what he wrote here. Yeah. But this was basically what was written up. And he does have a response to that. But if you got anything to say on that?
Yeah, definitely. So I just want to say, okay, as a civilian, what you just read, I think there's an explanation for that, right? But even to 1090 Jake's own standards, his standards, that's snitching. To his standards, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, to his
you're
own right.
Standards,
because if that was anybody else, he would be putting that
Facts.
paperwork out like, y'all tell me, is this snitching? Is this telling? Facts. So he would definitely be putting that out. So yeah, this is I would agree. This is definitely snitching. So let me see what he has to say.
So you saying that when you was ranked, because they in the shit said, so help me please. This shit. So you agree that was you who wrote all that shit out?
The whole thing I wrote, bro. I'm writing to the warden. Like, look.
Hey, take the comment off the screen.
You gotta make it sound.
It's blocking his face.
Gotcha.
Some type of something.
Nah,
like,
yeah.
What I'm gonna be like? Hey, warden. I'm big gangster, but let me out of confinement. You think they finna? Nah. That ain't finna work like that. And they probably looking at my DRs because I already done been for confinement, weapons, and everything else already when this happened. So it's like once that happened, they boosted up my custody level to closed custody. I got shipped off the unit in a gang sweep. So they sent all the Bloods and Souls in one bus back to reception. And then I ended up going to an adult prison. So I had to finish my confinement time at Appalachia CI. And then I got into more when I got over there. I was fighting in there, whatever. So that's how I ended up doing 210 days of confinement.
So you saying that when you was ranked?
So that's basically him explaining that, which like you said, Elijah, he basically is explaining what the COs already saw, which was pointless. He basically was trying to find a way to get himself saying, I didn't do anything. I'm the one who got attacked. Why am I in confinement? So he was trying to get out of confinement from what it sounds like, because they threw him in the hole for this whole situation. And he wrote a letter to the warden trying to get out. And in that letter, he snitched on everybody who was in this situation. Yeah. So, right. And he's making an excuse here. It seems like talking about, what I'm going to do, tell them, hey, I'm big gangster. I need to get out the hole. Like, nah, there was other ways. I ain't going to say there was other ways. Cause like I said, I ain't never been in prison, but I would assume that what you should have done was just take that on the chin and sit your
just
ass
write it
home.
out. That's the gangster shit to do, right?
I would think that's what you were supposed to do. I don't think that there was you writing to anybody trying to get out of that situation was a good idea. So
and like I said, for me personally, like this whole snitching shit, my nigga, it's not black and white, right? Like there's so many gray areas in this shit depending on who you ask. But as somebody who's not involved in gang culture at all, I personally don't see a problem with what he did. Like I get it, niggas, want to get out the hole as a civilian. But like I said, nigga, you hold these nigga, you literally jumped on Kodak Black for complaining that he was getting abused by the COs. You called that snitching, which that's to me, that's crazy. Exactly. That's snitching. You literally nigga, that's a lawsuit. Nigga, you can sue these niggas for that and get paid. So
that's a good point. You literally that did just happen.
And you jumped on him for that. But then but to me, okay, let's compare those two, right? To me, what you did in that statement is worse than what Kodak Black did when he just was trying to, niggas stop getting abused by the CEOs or getting bad treatment or whatever. So I think niggas need to practice what you preach. If you ask me, practice what you preach.
Yeah, for sure. So, and I mean, like my boy said in the comments, I guess he spoke on this 4 years ago, and
it's resurfacing and shit.
Yeah, and so it's resurfacing right now. So, I don't know, man. I definitely, I do know he definitely was snitching. That's definitely snitching, and I don't think there's no way you can cover that up 1090. So,
agreed.
Yeah, so.
I think, yeah, man. Hey, all dark must come to light. If I was him, I would have. Well, he already did that. He already had the shit out, and it's just. I think so many people getting exposed. It was a matter of time to this resurface, but you might as well just own it. Don't make excuses. Own that shit, and then just move forward. He gonna continue to fucking expose other niggas. Like I don't know what this does for his, because it's not like he's a rapper. His stick is like exposing rappers. I don't think this will affect him doing that. I don't think he loses any credibility.
Nah, because and then like I said, we said earlier, like Charleston White spoke on this. Was like if this was another black dude or somebody else, like he would be getting ridiculed for what he's doing. But like you said, it's like because he's who he is, he's basically the B rabbit of the industry.
Right.
Nobody really cares. It's like okay, it's almost like with Vlad. It's like they say that he's a culture vulture and he's the feds, but it's not gonna stop people from fucking with him because people love the drama and if you got the paperwork, it don't matter if you're a snitch or not. From what I'm seeing, it doesn't matter if you're a snitch or not. If you got paperwork on other people, they're gonna come to your channel. They're gonna come and support you because they want to see you drop that paperwork. And I'm not gonna lie, 1090 Jake comes with that exclusive paperwork. Is that not everybody has the same paperwork that he's pulling up? So, hey,
which is weird too. Like, I would love to know, real quick. I would love to know what his process is because it do seem like he's able to pull certain paperwork that. Other like niggas, you a fed nigga?
Exactly. That's what I was just about to say. People that speculate that he's the feds anyway, and he's a plant anyway. So the fact that he's even getting this information and getting it as precise as he is, you know what I mean?
I know some things are public record, and you can just pay like $5 or something to pull the record from whatever website or whatever that is on. Yeah. But some of this stuff, nigga, I'm pretty sure if it was that accessible. You wouldn't just only see 1090 Jake pulling this shit, bro.
Right?
So
exactly.
It's weird that he has this access to shit. So, but that's a speculation. You never know.
No, hey, I hear you on that. So.